Hello my friends, in today's video I'm going to do an unboxing of this Tunze Osmolator 3155 auto top off, and I'm going to give you some of my thoughts on this product. Now real quickly, there are a few things I'd like to say before we get started, and the first and probably most important is the fact that I did pay for this product myself. Nobody's given me this for an unboxing or review. And the reason I bought this product is because I'm starting a new tank build and it is going on a nano tank and Nuvo 25. The whole reason I got this auto top off is because I already own one of these, and I actually got it used with my first tank 4 years ago. So I got this predominantly because I know that it works and it lasts. If you don't care about any details, just know that I think this is an absolutely great product. And think about it. Why would I buy something so expensive, especially for a nano tank, when there are a lot of cheaper options out there? So in the box, what you're going to find is this is your hose. This is a hose that connects to the pump that is going to supply your system with water. This is the pump, and you'll see here there's a couple wires that are used to connect to this controller. Okay. So here's the controller. This is actually, I mean, this must be the new design, because my old one was 7 years old, or is 7 years old. It's still going. Wow, it looks really nice. So here's the controller. And the controller comes with these are probably the most important things. So these are the switches, and here you got one that's a manual, I think it's called float switch, and here is a optical sensor. And they both go on this magnet contraption. What is this? Okay, never mind. I'm not sure. These may be replacement magnets, which if they are, that's pretty cool. Okay, so this is the actual unit that's going to sit in your sump or the back compartment if you have an all-in-one system. And these two probes are going to go on there. So you're going to attach. You're going to use the small one up here for the optical sensor. And then the one up here, it's going to attach like this. So this is for your mechanical float switch. And there you go. So what you're going to do, and what I'll show you when I install this on my all-in-one, is you're just going to make sure you install this on your return chamber. The water level in all other chambers in your sump or in the back of your all-in-one, they're going to stay consistent. So it's really your return chamber where the water level is going to fluctuate. Sorry, I'm not sure if you can see, but I got two wires here from the pump. They're going to connect to these connectors that are on your controller. And it doesn't matter which connector is connected to which wire. It's not material, according to the instruction booklet. So make sure you just compress it, push it in, and then let go. And it's going to lock into place. One more tip before we get going is when you first put this into water, if you have it face down like this, what you're going to find is that there's air trapped in there. So you're going to hear the motor running, but you're not going to see any water being pumped into your aquarium. And that's because of the air trap inside. So what you're gonna have to do, if it's ever out of water, been out of water or something, is to get it to start, when the motor's running, you just gotta move it, tilt it sideways. And once you tilt it sideways, the air bubbles can come out and then the water can get in there and it'll work as intended. All right. Oh, one more thing I want to show you guys. It comes with this. This is a hose holder. So there is another piece to this. I'll have to find it. This holder attaches to either the wall of your sump or the back wall of your all-in-one, depending on what you're using. And then there's actually a thing here that holds this tubing. So I've got it set up. And you can see here, that's showing its level. I'll show you the back. So this, in the middle of this all-in-one, is the return chamber. So I have the sensor set up over here in the return chamber. And this is the hose that the water is going to be pumped through to top off the tank. So here's my pump. I'm just using a 5-gallon bucket. So I just want to show you guys the pump in action. So I'm going to reset this. Every time it resets, it will pump a little bit of water. And it's a good chance for you guys to hear the sound of the pump. So that's what this pump sounds like. It is audible. So it's not like a DC pump or anything like that. And I've done this a few times already recording this, so you can see here it shows me it's too high. So we know it's working. And that's that. For those of you that own a Tunze 3155 auto top off, here are just a couple of tips here. The first one is that you can control the flow rate, and you do that with this. So you can turn it up, which is clockwise, or turn the flow down, which is counterclockwise. I have it turned down because it's connected to a nano. I don't really need that much water going into this tank at one time. The other thing is this auto top off has a default setting where the alarm will go off if the water level is too high. And this is going to depend on you. For me, normally when I feed, I am turning my return pump off, which means that the water level in the return section is going to rise. So every time I did that, my Tunze controller would start beeping, and it's a really loud beep. I understand its purpose for having this alarm. However, if you're running into the same issue as I am, where every time I feed, I'm hearing this loud beeping, which is really annoying, you can turn it off. So this is actually the inside of the controller. You just remove the back plate and you turn it off with this. So there's 3 prongs, and then you got this yellow piece which fits over 2 prongs. And there's basically 3 settings. So I currently have it where it's not going to give me an audible alarm. And what that is I just have it over the last prong. If you want it to give you the alarm, the high level alarm, then you want it in the first position, which is going to be the yellow over the first 2 prongs. And there's a third option where if you have the yellow connector over the second and the third prong, you'll get both the high level alarm as well as a low level alarm. And what that is after the pump runs for 10 minutes, if the water level is still not increased in the return chamber, then what this controller assumes is that, hey, your auto top off bucket or container, whatever is holding your RODI water, is empty. And so it'll beep as well. So I currently have it as no beeps because I don't want to deal with it. Depending on your system, you may want to have it set differently. Just based on my prior experiences with this Osmolator 3155, I believe this is a great product. I wholeheartedly recommend this as an auto top off. Like I said, I've put this through its paces. Replacing this pump, it's really cheap. It's less than $100. In fact, I think it was like $50 Canadian, if not a bit less. So the pump itself is a really cheap component. What you're really paying for is the brain and these two sensors. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. As always, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.